Kicking off 2026, both Hasbro and Takara have new product heading our way, and let's talk about some new Transformers that we can expect very soon. So we're going to talk about some new stuff that's coming out. Of course, we've already been seeing these releases, they're not new, but I wanted to offer my own opinion about them and talk about them as well. Stay to the end for a little bonus added detail of a new release coming our way as well. But first, if you do enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, and maybe possibly your first time on the channel, think about hitting that like button as well, hitting that subscribe button. We really do appreciate the support. Jumping right into it, first up we have something that we all knew was coming. We have Missing Link Grimlock. Now, I did my own video about this a little while ago. We knew that Ultra Magnus and Grimlock were heavily rumored, and you know what? We got Ultra Magnus, and we knew it was only time before Grimlock showed up as well. Now, of course, really no surprises here with Grimlock. You got better articulation in the arms, in the legs, in the knees. You got looks like some butterfly joints. So the thing is, I think a lot of people knew what was going to happen here. Takara was just going to make him completely better, refine the process. Now, the only thing I would point out, I'm not really sure. In my own video, I suggested they move his head forward on his chest because the original Generation 1 version has his head really back on his chest. I thought that was an easy fix with the slider and it wouldn't affect the transformation process. But you know what? I didn't really notice what they did in the promotional shots that they released, so I'll have to wait until it actually physically comes out and maybe see some more detail if they actually took my own suggestion and put it into production. Editor here, yes, as a quick note, they actually did indeed move his head forward on his chest. If you're looking to pick up Grimlock, Takara is the one responsible for him, and you know, it'll eventually show up possibly on Hasbro Pulse, and it looks like it'll be roughly $100 USD. Now, that seems expensive to me. It's a big price jump when you talk about how much these things cost in for Generation 1 back in the day, but I mean, there's new tooling, and you know, the thing is, one has to remember, there was often an ongoing rumor that Hasbro or Takara actually lost the original Dinobot molds from Generation 1, so they are lost to time. So in an effort to do this, they possibly might have had to make a Grimlock mold from scratch. So that would be a lot of work and effort, and you know what, as a company, they got to recoup their money, right? So we'll see how it goes. It looks like Grimlock is, I'm assuming he's going to be a bestseller, but I mean, I don't know. For me, I don't know if he's worth the investment, but he's definitely a cool addition to the Missing Link line. Next up, we have more from Takara in the form of a new Masterpiece Hot Rod, and this guy, I'm gonna say he's pretty nice looking. He's a pretty nice looking figure, and you know what, the thing is, there's been a little bit of discourse on the internet about saying how this Masterpiece version is just an upscaled version of the Studio Series 86 version, that it happens to be getting a re-release as well. I don't know, it seems to have a little bit more tooling. Obviously, there was probably like the core basis of the bot was inspired by this Masterpiece version, and the thing is we're not there for the process, right? Obviously, Takara and Hasbro work together on both of these properties. So did the Studio Series 86 one impact or inspire the Masterpiece one? Yes, it could have. Now, there's also some information online that this is possibly more related to the Kingdom Rodimus design. I mean, I'm sure when they work on these, they go like, hey, look, we can make a Masterpiece version of this. You can dumb it down and make a mainline Hasbro version as well. Or they can do it the other ways, well, where Hasbro's like, hey, we're going to do this highly articulated figure, and you guys can upscale it to a Masterpiece. So the companies work together. There's no doubt about that. You've always got the Hasbro team talking in their live streams, talking about how they work so closely with the Japanese guys from Takara. So that's the thing. I'm not really worried about it. As long as we get great figures, that's all I care about. And this Masterpiece Hot Rod looks absolutely stunning. Now, the thing is, I don't know if I would necessarily upgrade right this second. I do have the original Hot Rod from Masterpiece, but you know what, this looks really good and I think they rocked it. Now, last but not least is something that I have been waiting for a long time. I put a video out in late 2022 in December saying that we were supposed to get a buzzworthy movie Hound like coming soon. And you know what? It looked totally badass and it totally fit in with what they were doing with the Studio Series 86 line, and it was amazing. And I was super hyped for it. And then for some reason, Target canceled their orders. They were like, Buzzworthy's not selling. We're not doing any more of this or whatever. And Hasbro was like, oh snap, where are we going to put this now? And they did one of the dumbest things ever. They took that Buzzworthy Hound and put it in a 5-pack with 4 re-releases, recolored re-releases. It was expensive and people literally bought that 5-pack so they could get the Hound, then they sold off the rest of them. So I mean, it wasn't necessarily a bestseller, and I'm sure a lot of people out there have it. And then the Hound was like $80 on the aftermarket, the secondary market, because it was so hard to get. And it was a hot mess. Finally, the team at Hasbro has come back to their senses. And the funny thing is, this is once again a Target exclusive in the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye line. It's quite comical, and it's taken too long to get here. Okay, long story short, pre-orders went up on Tuesday to both Target and Hasbro Pulse. Now they're pretty much sold out as of right now. Maybe they'll get a second batch of them. I'm not really sure, but in the USA it's going to be very hard to get, and I think it's going to be a very sought after figure. Now, if you live here in Canada, don't worry about it, because we don't have Targets because they all closed up because somebody made a mistake. That's a story for another day. But the thing is, all Target exclusives in Canada are available to all the fan channels here in Canada, so you can order from any Canadian retailer right now and no problem. I already have mine pre-ordered through EB Games. The thing is, so no, if you're an American and you need one, find a Canadian friend, or if you live next to the border, cross the border, put a pre-order in at one of the stores and see if you can get yours. Anyways, I've been looking forward to this figure for a long time and I can't wait to add it to my collection. I already have the Masterpiece one. That one's a high-end figure and it's great, but I'm so looking for this mainline Hasbro Hound to finally complete and add to my Studio Series 86 line. Anyways, so excited. So let me know what your thoughts on this Hound are. I mentioned at the beginning of the video there's a little extra tidbit here. I didn't put it in the thumbnail, but also much speculation. It looks like Hasbro team is going to release a re-release of Scourge in that More Than Meets the Eye line from Target as well. Pre-order should go up for that on Tuesday coming. By the looks of it, looks about 9 a.m. 11 a.m. around that time. If you need to get it, make sure you get it online. I know for me, I never seen a Scourge during its regular release back in the day. I had to settle for just getting a sweep, and then I didn't have a Scourge. I know there are different colors, so I just pretend that sweep was Scourge. So you know what? That's what I did. So I'm not going to pick up this new one. I already have my Scourge and I don't need another one. But anyways, so keep an eye out for that. The pre-orders are coming. Anyways, let me know out of these figures which ones you plan to pick up and which ones you're most excited about. You know what? Hasbro and Takara, they have a lot coming down the pipe, and I'm glad to see 2026 is starting out great. Anyways, thanks for watching.